Can you tell me, Keith, this gas talk out of Canberra, the PRRT, you and I know what that acronym stands for, but this will end up on our gas bills, won't it? Are you going to fold? Are you going to roll over with Labor?
Well, the petroleum resource rent tax, Peter, it's about two things for the Labor Party. $2.4 billion over the forwards in extra taxes that they put in the bank and can spend on whatever it is that they want to do, and trying to show the Greens voters just how tough they are on the offshore oil and gas sector. And for us, I mean, there's some recent media reports today that we haven't come to a position, but I'm pretty straightforward. I stand for lower taxes. That's always been my position. And let's look at what Labor is doing to offshore oil and gas. You have the safeguard mechanism, which is going to increase costs. We now have the nature positive, which is Australia negative plan, which is going to have potentially green anarchists with badges and a rule book, plus federal heritage laws and all the other things that kill off projects in a heartbeat. We've seen increases across the board in IR costs, all of the additional problems that we're seeing with the Labor government. No matter which way industry looks, it is more difficult and more costly for them to be in this country. So guess what? They'll simply go and invest somewhere else because they can. And that is bad for our nation. It's bad for jobs. It's bad for all the things that we need to actually pay for. We need taxes from a strong resources sector.
Yeah. What about the continuing concern, Gary, about faith-based schools warning that religious freedom's under threat, concerns that they could lose the ability to hire staff who share their values?
Yeah, well, it's absolutely critical if you're going to go to a faith-based school that you're sure, and maybe a bit more sure than you are at a government-run school, about exactly the calibre of the people that are in the schoolroom. And look, I get it. If you want to be a school, you've got to teach certain things, but it's the people we're talking about. And this interference, this wiping out a religion, this wiping out values, this wiping out beliefs, so the only thing you believe in is what the state tells you to believe in. It is a nasty march by the left through the lives of everyday Australians. And we've got to save Australia one family at a time. So if your family's at a faith-based school, you want to be sure about them actually teaching the stuff you need them to teach. But I got to tell you, a lot of them are making kids feel bad, making kids feel as though they're somehow or other responsible for things that may or may not have happened 200 years ago. They're all being infected by this rubbish, but it's government trying to knock us off our values, Peter, and this is wrong. Wrong.